Hello, and we're live with what makes a good medium. So welcome everybody. Hi to everyone that's joined. So hi, I can see your comments here, and welcome. And if you're liking my channel, give it a like. If you're liking the video, give it a like. But what makes a good medium? I know there's a lot of ideas out there that what would make a good medium, but some of the aspects of what a medium needs is something really good. So somebody just asked how I am. I'm doing fine, thank you. I'm doing fine. So what makes a good medium? Yeah, a good medium needs to be down to earth. When I mean down to earth, we do work with spiritual energy, and because we're working with spiritual energy, we're bringing through an energy or an information from a higher frequency. Now, if we're not grounded, we can't bring that down to earth and bring it to an earthly way that people will understand. So if we start speaking in a different language or spirit language or something like that, then it would be really nice to have that translated into English. So really, we need to be speaking in like a down to earth way. So a good medium, or what makes a good medium, speaks down to earth clearly, and you can understand them. What else do they need? Intuition. They need a good intuition. So really, they need to be intuitive. So a good medium would need to be intuitive. They'd need to be intuitive not only to the spirit world's needs, but they'd need to be intuitive to their own needs and to other people's needs. And I'm doing fine, thank you. So thank you for asking. So another thing, a good medium won't install fear. This is one thing I really need to make. A good medium won't do that. They won't install fear in the recipients. They will install more love and confidence and empower the people that come through a sitting. They won't send them away scared or fearful of the spirit world. So a good medium will not do that. They will be more professional, and they would not install fear. That's got to be one of the top things. So thank you to everyone that's been here. It's good to see that you're all lively today. So if you're enjoying the video so far, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you wanted to help support my channel, please feel free to do that. That's really good. What else makes a good medium? Honesty. Being honest, bringing through a message in the most honest and perfect way that you can do it. Be honest about yourself. And if you don't be afraid to say, I don't know, because a lot of mediums they'll try to answer everything, or they'll try, but at the end of the day, it's okay to say, I don't know. People will forgive you if you don't know everything, because a medium does not know everything, but they'll know a lot, but they won't know everything. So to be honest about that, be honest what you do know, what you don't know, be honest with people and bring the message through in the most honest and reliable way you can. So what else makes a good medium? The ability to connect to the spirit world. Now, a lot of you would have the ability to connect to the spirit world, and everybody would have this really beautiful way to connect to a spirit world, and people would have this ability, but it's being able to harness that ability as a medium, getting in touch with a good tutor and developing yourself in your mediumship to the best of your ability. So it's really recognizing your ability, having that. It's not just having that good ability. Some people have a really good natural talent that can connect to the spirit world, but really it's not just about natural talent. It's about harnessing it, training it, finding a good tutor that can see how you work and guide you to be that best that you can be, but also developing your mediumship to the best that you can be. That's something else that's good. So that's what makes a good medium. So I see that people are mentioning that they like my energy. So thank you very much about that. It's good to have you with me. And that's the thing. Most people come to my channel and they're like, wow, he's answering these videos and he makes these videos. But my videos are almost all the time live, which means it leaves room for mistakes. But we trust that everything's what it should be. So is there a way we can feel through the soul while trying to give a reading? Feel through the soul. If you mean feel through our own soul, yes. For if we've got a mind to spirit communication, and then we're blocking ourselves, so that wouldn't make us a good medium. If we're going through the mind, we'd be like, I'm seeing this, so my mind says I'll translate it. But if you were going through the soul, to the spirit world, you'd have a soul to soul contact with the spirit. Then it would be like a soul reading. Then you'd be like, there'd be no mind, it would be more pure as it comes through. So it is possible. So what else makes a good medium is that empathic nature. Being empathic with other people, being empathic with the spirit world and the spirit communicators, and also being empathic with the living just as well as the people that have passed on. And in that empathic way, you can feel what is needed. So it's being empathic and feeling also with your gifts a way of bringing things through softly, professionally, in a good manner. So a good medium will be someone that will bring things through in a good manner, someone that would have trained themselves to the best of their ability or is in training for the best of the ability. Because at the end of the day, what makes a good medium is to say, like, yeah, I will say I'm not there yet. I'm still not at the peak of my mediumship, and I probably won't be at the peak of my mediumship until the day that I pass to the spirit world. And when you see it as like that you are honest about your mediumship, say, like, some days are good, some days are okay. Everyone has good days and bad days, and it's just knowing and trusting that you are on a journey. And if you are on a journey, then accept that you are never going to be the best medium that you can be until that moment that you pass to the spirit world. And that's one thing to remember. So, can you be too empathic? I'm terrible and I cry with them. Well, yes, you can be too empathic. You can get affected by the spirit world's emotions, and you'll be like, oh, you'll let these tears roll. And at that moment in time, to be a good medium, what a good medium would do, they'd breathe into the energy of that emotion and say to the spirit world, they'll say, look, let's do this together. Let's take this step by step, and let's do this together. That's learning to bring it a little bit more professional. And you need to breathe through the emotion so that you can let the tears go sometimes, and just say, okay, let's do this together. Because if we're bringing through the message, we've got to be able to get our words out. But I do hear you. You can be very sensitive when doing mediumship, but it's learning to harness and use that sensitivity. What else makes a good medium? Keeping it real. That's what makes it good medium. When you can keep it real, when you can keep it down to earth, keep it, well, there's a lot of mediums out there that put themselves very high up in things, and it's like, that's all very good, and that may have a certain service, but it's being real, and it's being able to show your human side as well. So show your vulnerable side, show your human side, and also show your authentic self. That's what I feel that is a good medium. So I see that someone's found out who their spirit guide is, and that's really good. Beautiful. That sounds really good, and it's good to know who our guides are, because we're talking about mediumship. A medium will understand their guides, that either know them or they'd either know them through their own mediumship. They probably would know them through their own mediumship, and they probably also know them by the energy of their guides. And they say, "Oh, I know my guides here. I know that this guide is working with me." So, what makes a good medium? A medium that knows that they are never finished developing and are going to continue developing and continue sitting for the spirit world, because it's like really moving, and knowing that they're still learning even on their pathway. So, someone's just asked about the monthly YT membership, 4.99. Okay, all I can say about that, that's a way that you can sort of support me monthly, and thank you for asking. But that's a spirit circle. Every 2 weeks, I put on a spirit circle where within just the membership, you get a special circle that I put together, and it depends on the theme of the evening what I put on. There's also some other perks in there as well. But really, the spirit circle is an added bonus to the 4.99. It is something that really you know, we had some beautiful energy going last time we got circled together. So if you just click on the join and you just check out the perks on there, there are other perks, like you can see Claire is a supporting member of mine as well. She's got these special. She's got a like a mini picture of me in there. So she's a supporter, and she has a different color. So members have that. So there are certain things that are in there. It's a way of supporting the channel, and I appreciate it. But thank you for asking. And you can tell, even I don't know everything that's in there, but I know the spiritual circle part is really nice. It's the people that come to it love it. So back to what makes a good medium. A good medium is being honest in the fact that, okay, you're living a real life, you're keeping it real, within your lifetime, you're letting people know that, that you, yes, you do mediumship, yes, you do things that are quite extraordinary to other people, but at the same time, you know and keep it real that, yes, you have your human needs, you've got your feet on the ground, and you certainly look after what's going on in this world. What else makes a good medium? They're hardworking. They're ready. They're really got the commitment to be hardworking and to really work hard on becoming the best medium they can be, and that could take step by step, and that could take years. Some people can have a natural talent and they'll touch mediumship and they'll go off like a rocket, but that's the initial lift off, what I call, and then it will come down really quick as well if they don't remember to do the fundamentals of mediumship and really, just shifting it up and keeping themselves steady. So it's really about, going with the flow of your mediumship. Try not to run before you can walk. That's something that makes a good medium, because if you can take things step by step, create a good foundation, learn a lot of knowledge, make sure that you've got that foundation, because once you've got that, you're going to feel far more confident, because if you do peak quickly, then at least you'll be doing your groundwork. And if you're doing your groundwork, just think of it, a house with a really good foundation will not fall in. But if a house goes up really quickly and it's got a bad foundation, it is going to collapse. So that's just my philosophy about this, but it's just knowing that sitting in the power every day, something very important for you guys. I love the conversations that's going on here in the chat, guys. It's great to have you with me. So yes, hard working. And another thing that makes a good medium is not to have an ego-based self. So to be honest with yourself that everyone has an ego, you have to get an ego to stand up and to actually be able to do demonstrating mediumship. You have to have some part of you that really loves to bring through the words of spirit. And it may not begin like that. It may begin, your ego may be different. In the beginning, it may be, oh, I feel so scared. I dare not stand up. I dare not. I have a bit of fear in me. I don't know if I can do that. Well, what makes you a good medium is to be honest about that and take it step by step. And once you get to that place of confidence and that will, that takes time, because when the spirit world moves you and moves you in the direction that you need to go within your mediumship, and suddenly you find yourself doing demonstrations in different places, then to stay in that no ego, because really at the end of the day, the way I say it, if I do a really good demonstration of mediumship, or I do a church service, or I do anything like that, it's not about me, it's about the spirit world, because that's what we do as mediums. At the end of the day, people can see mediumship done in so many different ways, but it's the intelligence of the spirit communicators that bring through the message for their loved ones, and we have to give them the credit for what we do. Yes, we've trained to receive the information, but it is so glorious to know that the spirit world is so intelligent to be able to even give us that information. So it's being humble, and that's something that I believe gets you to less ego and to be humble and to know that the spirit world that's what makes a good medium. And also to remember to say, and this is what I always say, is wasn't the spirit world so good? Wasn't the spirit world so good? So what makes a good medium is someone that is willing to admit that it's not just their gift, but it's the spirit world and it's probably a lot more energy of the spirit world than it is of the medium. Yes, the medium is training, and you need to train to the best of your ability, but when we can trust the spirit world and the intelligence of the spirit world, and we know that it's them, I'd give them most of the credit. So if I was to say to you guys, what makes a good medium? Trust spirit. And if you trust spirit and you trust the spirit world and you trust your journey, then you can certainly trust that you're going to get from A to B. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. This is all the things that I feel what makes a good medium. And I really love the fact that you guys are here, and you've written some lovely comments in there, and you've asked me some questions, which is really good, because all my videos are questions that I've heard from students that they really just ask, and they really like to know the answers to these things. And that's why I do my channel like this, and I do it live for you. So all I want to say to you guys is catch you later, and thank you for being here. Thank you.